We've got some relationship drama that has these people debating a breakup. I have two full-length stories for you guys. You're welcome. First story, I found out that my husband rents a secret apartment with his friends. I'm 27 and my husband is 33. My husband has this group of friends. They've been close since college and they're like brothers, so I've become pretty close with all of their wives. We have parties and everything together and all of our kids are like cousins. The wives are really sweet and we talk and carpool and babysit for each other if we need to. So one of the girls texted me that she found out there's apparently this apartment that all the guys split up the rent for and go there whenever they need to get away from their wives and lie about going on work trips. Wow. Okay. I know that sounds really effing bad, but there is no way she's lying. She's not like that. I know she's telling the truth. And he does go on work trips and all of that pretty frequently. But I always thought he was just going for actually a work trip. I feel so effing dumb and confused and I just want to call him up, but I know I have to be smarter than that. He's on a trip or whatever right now, and I don't want to text him where he can take a couple of hours to come up with an answer. I need to confront him in person. This has me so messed up, I can't even explain the emotions I'm going through right now. I have no idea what to effing do. I am a housewife and I don't have anything to do with the finances. He has a good paying job and I have a credit card, and whatever I want, he'll tell me if we can afford it or not, and sometimes we talk about our savings, but we really don't have money problems, so there's no reason to really talk about it in depth like that. So I had no idea about him paying for this apartment. And I know they're not doing anything innocent there. The most innocent thing they're probably doing is some gambling and lying about leaving for work and just relaxing together. The worst thing is having affairs. Cheating once and making a mistake I can deal with. I know they bring girls there because there would be no other reason to rent out an apartment just to hang out. I feel so confused and nasty. I don't know what to do or even how to bring it up. And if it's true, what the F am I gonna do? I didn't even finish my bachelor's. We met when I was 18 and then we got married and I dropped out when I was pregnant. And we have 2 children. Our daughter is 6 and our baby is 2. I am trying to think of some innocent explanation that this wife made a mistake or something. I have no idea, but I don't know what to think. My hands are shaking and I feel this anxiety in my chest like I'm gonna have a heart attack or throw up, and I couldn't sleep last night and this is too much for me to handle. And I don't know how to ask him. I am thinking of slyly bringing it up, but I'm not slick enough for that. When he comes home on Monday, I know I'm just gonna start crying. And if it's true, accusing him straight up is gonna be so bad and he's gonna feel like crap that I don't trust him or something. So how can I ask him? You can ask him all you want, but I don't think you're about to get the truth of what's been going on at this place.
Don't be so naive, Torrance.
They've been hiding it from you guys for a reason. It's not looking good. We're going right to the Reddit comments. Someone asked, why did you decide to talk with the other wives before confronting your husbands? She said, because she hasn't told her husband or any of the other girls yet because she wanted to check in with me first to see if I know anything or what I think we should do. She thinks I'm good with stuff like this. I am not. I don't know where she's getting that idea. I guess I'll see if I can get the girls together tomorrow and we can talk about it. But I need them to not tell their husbands yet. That's the issue. Some of them are young and tell their husbands everything, and I don't know, they might freak out and just tell them. Oh, for sure. For sure. I would have a hard time keeping my mouth shut if my man's out there. Next comment, why don't you think your husband would need a secret apartment just to get some peace and quiet? She said, because we rarely argue. I let him do his thing. I understand he works a lot and he's tired, and I am really understanding of that. And I never nag or make him do housework or even play with the kids. Honestly, I think I'm the perfect wife, and I'm not even trying to brag or anything. I don't bother him or complain about video games, sports, or TV. I know he comes home from work and he's tired and he deserves the time off when he's home. And he's the same way too. I get tired and he knows that, so if the laundry isn't done or the kitchen is still dirty at night, he knows I'm tired and he doesn't nag me or complain that the house is dirty. Next comment, why do you think the secrecy itself is more concerning than the money being spent on the apartment? She says, well, that's what I'm saying. The worst part is that he didn't tell me about it. That's what makes me think the worst. And I wouldn't care about the money either. Yeah, we're married and it's our money, but honestly, he works, so he has more of a right to it. So I can't exactly be like, don't spend your money like this. So that's not even a plausible excuse. I know a lot of people are in that position where they're the stay-at-home mom and they financially depend on their partner. Personally, could not be me. I just couldn't. That is so terrifying of a risk to me that if, God forbid, anything happened, like you're just almost at the mercy of depending on someone else's money. Oh, that scares me so much. But a lot of people are in that and they're comfortable in that and they're happy in that. Just for me. Could not.
No, don't like that.
Next comment. What have you and the other wives discovered about the apartment? Yeah, I want to know how many bedrooms. What's the rent? She said, I actually met up with some of the girls today. The one who told me about it thinks she found the address. She was going through some statements for something and her husband wasn't home, so she was just looking everywhere and came across some documents. Nothing was locked up or hidden. They're not evil geniuses after all. They just took a bunch of us for idiots, and I guess we are, since we never realized until now. So we do have the address, still deciding if we should show up or break in to see what's inside and do our own inspection. Take me with you. Oh my God, I'll literally drive.
Get in, loser.
Someone commented something earlier about how they all probably came up with a plan in case we did find out or ask about it. There's really no point in asking. It's not like he's gonna tell me the truth. He's been lying this whole time as if he would suddenly be so truthful. That's what I said. Next comment, why are you so hesitant to simply confront the husbands or try to catch them in the act? She said, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing first. I talked to some of the girls and we are just throwing some ideas out there. None of us feel good about it. We're not exactly enthusiastic to concoct a plan and catch them in the act. These are our husbands. Our lives could change forever and I have children. It's not as simple as just barging in and catching them red-handed or putting on a movie. I mean, it could be that simple. Or putting on a movie about guys with a secret apartment and watching their reaction, or start a fight during a party and calling them out like that. I'm trying to be smart about this and I don't want to do something and then change my mind later and decide something else was a better idea. I don't know. I feel like I would have already acted on this a long time ago. Act on impulse, baby. Great advice. All right, next comment. Do you blame being a housewife for the reason you have no financial or educational backup? She said, I would have finished college if I didn't get pregnant. Being a housewife isn't the problem. It's my fault that I have no backups. Terrifying. We have an update, and it better be that they barged into that house or broke in and snooped around. So my friend who actually found out about everything was doing something with her taxes. I don't know, I'm not good with finances and all those technical terms, so I don't know exactly for what. She needed some files and her husband wasn't home, so she went looking around and found some documents with the address, as we know. I had met up with some of the girls and we were brainstorming what we're gonna do. Everyone has mixed emotions. One of my friends did not even want to be involved in it and told us to stop starting drama for no reason. The reason is the apartment. That's been hidden from us this entire time. We decided we would probably camp outside of the apartment and see if they bring girls in with them or something. I don't know what we expect to find, but my friend's husband noticed that she has moved some papers, and so everything got busted. No secret mission. He told all the guys that we knew and that it was over. And that's why you act on impulse. So my husband came home early from his work trip, sat me down and told me everything about it. He told me it was just a dumb spot to hang out and relax so that they could be loud and annoying without bothering me, and that he was sorry for lying and keeping it from me. That makes no sense. I am 100% okay with him having his friends over, and I never complain about noise or anything. A couple people in the comments brought up rent and that it's financial abuse or something. It's not a bad apartment, probably $1,500 a month, but split between 6 guys, it's not so bad. Okay, also though, are we not annoyed that he's faking work trips often, you've said, and going there and like being away from his kids and family as well on weekends and time off from work? Hello? I don't really know what to do. I tried getting mad about it, but he just took it and apologized, and that didn't help or make me feel better. I feel so effed over and as if I'm overreacting because he's acting really calm and relaxed and I'm freaking out, which makes me feel crazy. We were so slow to act on it and she was messy and left footprints, and now we'll probably never know the truth. He promised to show it to me next weekend, but that's not even going to put my mind at ease. They could just clean everything up, get a few PS4s and TVs, and pretend it's a guy's hangout. Absolutely. I told him I wanted to go that day, but he said he was tired and wanted to spend time with me and the kids. Oh, isn't that ironic? The time you could have been spending when you were just on your fake work trip? I'm losing my mind over here. I said that I was fine with going next week. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what to do. A part of me is thinking that if he was bringing girls there, at least I know now and he's gonna stop and it's over and we can forget about it. But I just wanna know the truth. He's telling me that they were just hanging out, but how do I know if he's lying? I wish we went over right when the girls and I found out. We waited for too long and it got ruined. I just feel dumb. He's acting so sweet and I can't help but act okay with it. He's being so nice. He knows that he screwed up big time and he's been really accommodating and taking care of the kids so that I can relax and have some downtime. Yeah, I can't relate to this girl. Even if I did find out girls were going over, we could just forgive and move on and forget about it. Would not be my reaction. I can't relate to her. We wouldn't be able to be in this situation together. I don't know if he's telling the truth or what, and I was coming up with all of these theories and plans and ways to catch him or something, and now all of it backfired. I wish I never found out about it because I can't stop thinking about everything. It's torture. I'm just wondering if he's had intimacy with other women and how many, and did they really screw other women and then come home and have intimate time with me? And I don't even want him to touch my kids if he did sleep with other people, but he's my husband and I love him and he's so good to me and my kids, so I'm like, there's no way he's actually cheating on me.
You sure about that?
The thoughts running through my head are horrible and I'm just visualizing everything and I don't know if it's real. So half of me is saying I would be naive to think it was innocent, and the other half of me is saying that I'm overreacting and to just relax and he's a good husband and I'm making something out of nothing. Are people really thinking this is nothing? You hid it for a reason. It's not nothing. Even if, let's say it was innocent. Let's say they were playing some video games, all is dandy. I still see a problem with all of this. We're going back to the comment section, and hopefully some other people feel the same way I do. Someone commented and said, get off Reddit and demand to go right now. Call your other friends so that you can see things as a group. Having a secret apartment is not the actions of an innocent husband. There's no way in hell I'm waiting the next week. You're tired and you don't want to go? No problem. I got the address, babe. Where's the key? I'll go myself. All good. No worries. You stay home with the kids. Rest up. Give me the key. Next comment. This is so weird. If it was just a spot to watch sports and play video games, why not tell your spouse and even show it to them? It's still a little weird, but honey, I'm watching the game with the guys at the apartment tonight. Seems at least acceptable. Keeping it a secret is for someone in the group to F someone who isn't their spouse. Yeah, because they all kept secret together. They all vowed, we're not going to tell our wives. Dirty. Next comment, actually, I think it's more likely a substance-related thing. Oh. She said, okay, I never thought of that, but he did have a problem with something a long time ago, but I got him in rehab and it's been years and he seems fine now. I think I'm gonna faint, seriously, or my head is going to explode. Well, we have a final update. Let's see. She said, okay, another update. So I talked to him this morning, told him how I was feeling and that I can't trust him, and divorce is on the table because I don't feel good about all of this, and that he has to tell me the truth. He took me to show me that the apartment was nothing and it looked like a full ugly hangout. I did an inspection and made him leave me alone to look around, and he let me. I did not find any rubbers or intimacy stuff or anything like that. I'm still mad that he would lie about leaving for work. That's really not okay. They could have just cleaned up though. But anyways, okay. Back to the comments. Someone said, as if he would leave rubbers or intimate stuff lying around before bringing you there. He's not stupid stupid. And oh, he's suddenly so truthful and transparent now. Trust your guts. Don't be naive. She said, well, he wasn't going to take me. He said this weekend, but I told him that he had to take me today and made him drive me. I know I don't want to be stupid, but I'm starting to think that maybe he wasn't cheating. He's not a cheater. He's really not like that, and we do have a great relationship. Maybe watching sports with his friends there, I could see it, but realistically, I don't know if I would believe that he would cheat. Next comment. How do you think he would react if the situation was reversed? Good question. She said, I would be in big trouble if I did this. Okay. Love the double standard. Next comment, there's no way at least one of those dudes wasn't cheating. Next comment, he was on a business trip when she found out. He went by the apartment and removed evidence before he went home. Or one of the other guys did. I don't know why she's so naive. Oh, it's because he knocked her up so young. She never got to see how the world works because he kept her barefoot and pregnant. Oh, some fighting words there. And last comment, she obviously did not want to know the truth. If she did, she would have gone there as soon as she found out about it. She made it clear in her post that she has a comfortable life and doesn't want to give that up. Ooh, okay, I'm so curious what you guys are gonna say about this one. I'm not buying the story, and even if they weren't cheating or anything like that, I'm still not okay with this whole situation. No ma'am, no sir, no ma'am, no. Every no possible. We've got a whole other story, you guys, but first, we need to hop on the hydration station. All aboard! You need your water. So do I. So let's just do it together. Cheers. Hi guys, so now that the news is out that I'm gonna be on Family Feud Canada, I see your comments coming in for all my US followers over there if you're gonna be able to watch it. Truly, I have no idea. No clue. It airs on CBC, which is Canadian. However, I might get links afterwards of where it airs or details on that. It might be on YouTube. I have absolutely no idea, but I will of course share those things with you. And also on Instagram, they are going to be collaborating with me on some of the footage on the show. So if you have it, you can follow there and maybe see some snippets if you can't, but I will keep you posted, of course. Okay, bye. Next story. My boyfriend said he would break up with me if I dyed my hair. I'm already annoyed. For some background, my boyfriend and I have been together since last November. We recently saw the new Spider-Man movie together, and I absolutely love the way Zendaya's hair looked. For those who might be unfamiliar, her hair was a very deep red, but it was extremely subtle. I thought it was super pretty, and I've had a similar hair color in the past before my boyfriend and I met. Anyways, I brought this up to my boyfriend over text just out of the blue because I'm seriously considering dyeing my hair. Immediately, he was against the idea and kept saying that he didn't like it and was against hair dye of any color. It was a little off-putting, especially because our conversation up until that point had been nice and playful. I got curious because of the sudden shift in vibes, so I asked him if he would dump me if I ever dyed my hair. He said yes, and after 2 more times of me being like, seriously? You would dump me over hair dye? He stood behind his words. He very clearly stated that he was not joking. This obviously hurts. It wasn't like I was thinking about drastically changing my hair. I just wanted something noticeable in the sunlight that gave off more of a reddish hue. I have really dark hair and I don't have any desire to bleach it, so the result of any hair dye would be very subtle. It also isn't a color that I wouldn't be able to pull off. In the past, it looked so good and it legitimately made me love my hair again. I told him that I was hurt by what he said and that it felt very superficial. I said that if he really loves me for who I am, a slight change in hair color should not be a deal breaker. He followed with, so let's allow me to go get crazy face tattoos and see how superficial you are. And then said, I'm not supposed to be attracted to you, I guess. Dump him.
Bye-bye.
You're gonna break out with me? No problem. Let me do it first. He hasn't texted me back since, and I'm honestly very hurt by this situation. I never thought that he'd be someone to say those types of things to me. I guess I'm just wondering where I should go from here. Could this be a red flag for future behavior? Any advice would be appreciated. Girl, please. You do not want anyone controlling what you do with your hair, body, anything. What are you talking about? You live on this earth once. You want bright orange hair? Go have bright orange hair. What do you mean? I'm actually thrilled to find out what the people of Reddit are saying because they don't hold back. We're going to the Reddit comments. Someone said, he compares hair dye to face tattoos. Get rid of this loser and go dye your hair. I knew that I would not be disappointed. She responded and said, it's crazy because this man is also covered in tattoos. He has sometimes even gotten huge ones without even giving me a heads up. I've never had a problem with it or have made any comment towards him that controlled what he does with his body, as it should be. Next comment, my ex had me with bleached blonde hair I hated, no piercings and no tattoos. I left him and got what a lot of people would consider a lot of piercings and tattoos. And I started dressing how I want, alternative and streetwear, and I've never felt more like myself and been more proud of myself than the moment I decided to leave him. It will only get worse, girl. Please leave this loser. She said, generally, before we started dating, I've always had more of a hippie style. I love flowy clothes and bright colors and funky jewelry. I've toned it down a lot since we've been together, and I honestly miss it so much. Even in the car sometimes, he will give me a funny look when I put on a song that I enjoy. I'm starting to realize that I haven't really been myself. Get out. Next comment, you break up with him first. First, it's hair, then it's makeup, then it's something else, and in the end, you realize you lost yourself because he's insecure or because his preferences are somehow more important than your wishes. During COVID, I dyed my hair hot pink. My husband didn't mind. I switched to blue. He didn't care. The next dye job was botched, and I tried to fix it, and I tried to cut the hair into a pixie to make it look better. He was totally fine with it. I ended up shaving my head, and I started all new with my natural hair, and this was the moment he said, okay, please don't do that again. You deserve to be with someone who loves you for you and not your appearance. She responded to this. She said, this response has really stuck with me the more I read through everyone's comments. Previously, I thought that this was the first time that he's ever exhibited this sort of behavior. Now I'm realizing that I may have just been blind to it up until this point. I've expressed to him before that I would love to grow my hair out super long because I've always loved how it looks. I remember him saying that it would be gross and wouldn't look good because it would be mangy. Even when I said that maybe I could cut it short, like to my shoulders, he said that I shouldn't. I've also talked about maybe getting a piercing, and he has shut down any idea I had, despite him wanting piercings as well. The only thing he hasn't seemed to mind is the idea of me getting more tattoos, but there are several body placements that he said I shouldn't do it, even if I liked them. There were very brief conversations, and they were never back to back, so I never realized how opinionated he was about my appearance. So many red flags. We have a final update, and please be ending with a breakup, girl, and I hope you dyed your hair. Final update. Yes, we did break up. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And honestly, it was easier than I thought it would be. I ended up dyeing my hair on Friday, and I absolutely love it. It came out so pretty, and I'm glad I went through with it. My ex, however, was not the happiest, obviously, but I'm usually the type of person that gives second, third, and fourth chances, so I asked to speak with him to try and understand why he was having such a big reaction. Don't you dare get back with him. Instead of apologizing for his hurtful words or trying to understand my perspective, he chose to continue being disrespectful. When I showed him a picture of my new hair, he replied with, "It's definitely a different color." When I asked him if he was unattracted to me now, he said, "You aren't completely unattractive." Then when I asked if he was leaving me, he said, "Well, how long is your hair going to be red?" I think, to no one's surprise, he kept backtracking on his threat of breaking up with me, which at least one commenter predicted. Literally, when giving him an easy out by telling him to just leave me, he would circle back to his words being a joke and try to continue on with the conversation. I told him that no one was forcing him to stay with me, and if my hair was that big of an issue and that I refused to change my hair because he didn't like it, ultimately he has to live with the fact that he left me due to a slight change in my hair color. I'm happy with my choices, and I'm happy that I don't have to be in a relationship with someone that that could be so unkind. Also, this definitely isn't my finest moment, but I did do some snooping around after the breakup, and I figured out that his long-term girlfriend that he had broken up with very shortly before getting with me also had dyed red hair. Must have struck a nerve. Oopsie, that's crazy. What are the odds? Wow, he really has something against red hair. I'm just thrilled with the ending. Not much else to say. Thank God, good riddance. Enjoy your life. Annoyed. Let me know your thoughts, you guys. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. Go on, get.